Hello all, this is Tennis Pharma. So today's video is pretty special. It's one of we're going to do a little bit of a different twist on today's shooting. Um, so we went around one of our local clubs that I trained at and Coach Matt trained at and everything like that. And we just asked some of the students if they understood the terminology that we were saying to them and that other coaches were saying to them. And we had some spotty results. Some did, some did not. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through that terminology in these next few videos and just really clearly define what it means and how they can use it for their game. So today's word is going to be physicality. So what is it? What does it mean? And how can we use it to benefit our game off and on the court?
So what is physicality? So physicality, really simplified, is using the right muscle groups to do the right job. That's the very simplified version of it. So what muscle groups do you want to do what? So you want your big muscle groups to generate power, while your smaller muscle groups work to provide balance and stability. So when you watch the pros, someone obviously that's very physical is Carlos Alcaraz. He never looks off balance. He always looks like he's going to hit the ball 100 miles an hour, and he never misses. Well, he does sometimes. He's human, but he doesn't miss a lot for as far as he hits it, which is not something everyone can say they can do. He's very low to the ground, using his leg muscles to generate power, and his abdominal wall to provide torque, while his smaller muscle groups are working to provide stability for a seamless energy transfer. So if you watch me hitting now, what I'm really trying to do is stay a little bit lower to the ground, activate my legs, while also using my hips and my core to generate my power. All of these are working together to generate power right now. My arm's very loose. My shoulder and neck muscles are very loose. Overall, not doing as much. They're just providing stability and energy transfer. The smaller leg muscles are also, my calves are providing stability and movement. And that's all I really want them to worry about. I don't want to have these smaller muscle groups really working against me per se. I don't want to have I don't want to use my small muscles along my neck and shoulder to try to hit a ball, because they're just going to strain those. They're going to hurt. They're going to get injured very quickly. It's easy to tear these muscles, these small muscles in those areas. But these bigger muscles are very, very good for power generation.
All right, so I want to do a little bit on the science behind physicality and just what really is it. So tennis, when we're talking about your ground stroke specifically, or I mean kind of in any stroke, it's a rotational stroke, which means if our bodies are at the y-axis of an XYZ plane, which basically means, here 1 second, that basically means this is Y, this is Z, and this is X. We're going to be rotating and generating power around the y-axis. So what that means is we want to be using muscles that have more leverage around the y-axis to generate power. And this goes the same for the serve. So since the serve is a more vertical stroke, you want to also be incorporating some of your vertical muscles like your rectus abdominis to help you generate some of that power, and then also your legs, because that will also help you generate power on the vertical plane. So now when we're talking about just the science behind it, so we're going to talk about the whiplash effect for a second, just to help you understand. So in any whip, there's something called a stiffness taper. I'll be right back. So if we take these two balls and we were to roll them on the ground, what would happen is when this one's stationary and this one's rolling and it hits it, it's going to displace this ball, and all the energy from this ball is going to transfer to this one. However, if this one has more mass, the speed, let's say this one has double the mass. This is stationary, this is moving at 1 meters per second. So if this one has double the mass, it's going to hit this ball and the collision it'll transfer twice the amount of speed because the force is the same, but the mass is half in this one and double in this one. So what happens is this one now moves at 4 meters per second instead of 2, but this one moves at 0. So that is what being physical does, is it makes it to where we have a stiffness taper in our bodies to allow the energy to amplify as it exits our arm. So what happens is like mathematically speaking, about 87% of the stiffness required is going to be from your sternum below. Now out of that, about 70% of that, so take the 85, make it 100, 70% of it is going to be from right here to here. All that, especially in your ground strokes, is just going to be generating rotational force, and that's where your power comes from. So that's what we're trying to just explain real quick. The rest of the stiffness, the 12% in your arms or 13, is just because your arm, in order to transfer energy, you have to have a stiffness taper, which means it has to become less stiff exponentially as it moves down the arm. So we want our arm to feel like a wet noodle, but we don't want to feel so loose that our shoulder ends up hurting over time, and our shoulder comes out of alignment with our arm because these muscles are extremely fragile. So let me demonstrate real quick. So this is me hitting when I'm too loose in the shoulder and too stiff in the arm. So I'm not hitting very well from the start. I'm not used to this either, but so another term that we're going to dive into later, this is a perfect demonstration of what shoulder dominance is. If you ever hear that at your club, shoulder dominance is the stiffness taper is backwards. So your elbow is too stiff, but your shoulder is too loose. So the energy will actually be divided instead of multiplied. So instead, what we can do is we can have that stiffness taper be correct and allow our shoulder to just stay in line with our humerus. And it gives us much cleaner energy transfer.
So we're going to rally a few balls to demonstrate what it looks like to hit physically while hitting the ball at a high pace. Did just see Waffle House, so hopefully we don't throw up. Hopefully this looks good. Alright, I hope that was a good demonstration. Yeah.
Alright, thanks for watching. If you're from that club that we mentioned earlier in the video, we're not going to say the exact name of the club just for privacy reasons. However, thank you for watching. This is really targeted towards you. We're trying to help everyone that is at our clinics and our students really understand what's going on when we say these words to them. That way, our teachings go further. Um, Now, and same with the other coaches at the club. We're just trying to help them out as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos, if you have any questions, comment down below, subscribe, like our video. It helps boost our channel out to more people. And by the way, also I have another channel. It's called the Mad Racket Scientist. In that channel, I delve really deep into the engineering concepts and different professional player setups of our tennis rackets, and just what we can really do to help benefit our game. So go follow that one as well. And thanks. Cheers.